Did you catch that?
Yeah, I did.
What the hell was that? But you could repeat for everybody.
I'm okay.
You're good?
I'm okay. Yeah.
All right, good. Hey, everybody.
Hi. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's a great day to play, everybody.
Founding Dory.
Yeah. Welcome on into the channel.
Yeah.
I speak whale.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Yeah. That was a good one. That was really good. Have you been practicing your whale?
I have been.
I thought that you had been.
I'm scared of the ocean, so I want to be able to talk to all the beasts if I ever end up in there.
The whale's probably the least of your worries in the ocean.
It's the only one that can swallow me whole.
Yeah, but you could live in like its stomach and like.
Well, right, but then I talk to
like,
it
cool.
and say, "Yeah, I want to get out of here."
Oh.
Yeah.
I fell. My chair just fell. It's doing a weird thing. It did the thing.
Oh, just on its own?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It's doing a thing. It's doing the prrts. You ever done the prrts before?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, today, SB19. Finally.
It's been a while.
Finally. This is off of their new EP that's coming out, which is the concert, the tour that we're going to be going to.
Okay, so we get to see all the new stuff.
So yeah, so this is going to be the first one that's released. I'm sure that there's going to be some more soon. And we're actually now going to be in Dallas for that.
Yeah.
Originally it was LA, Anaheim, and then it was Chicago, and now we're going to go to Dallas instead. Yeah.
Hey, you know what?
There's a lot going on, but there's some cool stuff that is coming along with us going to Dallas now. So we will be talking to you guys about that in the coming days. Keep an eye out because there's going to be some cool stuff that we're going to be doing out there. So we're
and the majority of the good information would be on our Discord channel. So
most of it will probably be on Discord.
I mean, the people will be talking about it, and it'll be a whole
people
thing.
will be talking about it.
The community that we have, that is actually a really good community.
Yeah.
Everyone's pretty cool about everything.
They're kind of, they're kind of cool.
They're like the best. I mean,
they are.
And if you want to join and be the best, you can do that. But if you don't want to,
the best of the best of the best, sir.
It's all good.
Remember that from Men in Black? Remember that?
No, actually, I really love that movie too. I think you're lying.
No, yeah, it's the best of the best of the best, sir. And then he makes fun of the guy because like the best of the best of the best, sir.
Nope.
This guy.
No clue.
You got to watch Men in Black again, man.
Okay, I'll watch it tonight.
But that's not what they're here for. They're here for SB19. There's been a bunch of teasers and stuff. I'm super excited to be getting into this. Please let us know what your thoughts are on this. Leave your comments down below. We do love to read them. And if you haven't already, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow along with our journey. Check out our live stream Saturdays in Central Time. And you can check out our brand new single, My Light, that's out now on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, and all the other places that music exists. But are you ready for this?
Yep.
I think that we're ready.
Oh, I'm not in camera. There we go. That's better.
Okay.
I want some, I get some, no later. I woke up and baked dead potato. Got caught to shake me for major, but I stay me, not mediocre. Look up and tell me what you see, oh Gucci, but the real question is really me. A movie's definitely not my reality, cause you see, model me, ew. Got theory. Yeah, I'm gonna see you later. Pagkatapos ko mag-shower. Medyo ramdam ko ng power. Kulang pa sa sour mga hater kaya. Ng mga bagay-bagay, di pwedeng ani sa akin ba?
Okay.
Tahimik lang daw ang matibay. Pero pag tinupak talagang mag-ingay. Gento.
Okay, dude. Okay. I wasn't sure where we were going because
I couldn't tell at first either. Like,
that pre-chorus was long. It was longer than usual.
There was you didn't get to watch it. They did a trailer for this, but it wasn't like a normal like 30-second trailer. It was like a movie.
Okay.
Like it was like a 5-minute trailer
A lot of,
where like
like-
it went through, and they had like teasers of the songs in there, so you could kind of hear some of like the backing tracks and some of
Gotcha.
that.
There's probably a lot of and in it, right?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like trailers are.
Yeah. And but the big beat came in, and then when they came, like, I'm trying to like place the rap, like the era. You know what
Okay.
I mean? Like it is pretty hot in like in kind of like the K-pop sphere right now, but like it almost like brought me back to like the kind of like cool raps of like Macklemore days, like not necessarily Macklemore himself, but you know what I'm talking about?
You're
Where it was kind of like the flu, the swag. They were talking about like Gucci, you know, they're going after the haters. They're talking about like it was very.
It's a
like,
pop style rap.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
check it.
I got it. With,
So including the words and stuff like that. But then like that cool part with that drop where it goes through his mouth though.
yeah, that was.
And
really
then
cool.
like it comes in with the drop. I'm just like, no.
He's got a gold tooth.
Okay, so I want to get to the end of this because there's something with gold tied into like everything that I've seen so far with the trailer and stuff. But we'll talk about that kind of stuff. I think at the end.
Well, they're
'cause
gold
just
mining.
remind me. They're in a gold mine right now, but I think it stands for something else.
Because they're a gold mine. They're calling themselves a gold mine.
Well, so like some people wondered because Justin just did something with pure gold.
Oh.
So if there's a tie-in with that, but then there's
maybe.
some stuff with Gento as well. But yeah, we'll get into it because like
Don't know the last
everything
word you said.
Gento was in gold, like their trailer and everything, all their promo materials, it's all like in gold,
in gold. You're
Yeah.
saying
like the color gold, like it's
Okay.
all like in
in
gold.
gold.
Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Because you were saying a different word.
What was I saying?
Gento.
Oh, Gento's the name of the song,
This song.
but Gento
Oh,
is written in gold. Yes,
Definitely should have read the song name.
That's okay.
Right?
Not
Okay.
a problem. That was cool. Oh.
Oh. Oh.
What the hell, dude?
Okay, so if you're listening carefully and listening, it's not even a ton of stuff going on. It's just the sounds that they decided to pick. It's the sound design of that background swooshy kind of.
But it was
distortion-y.
almost like it was sampled though. Like in the one part where it went really fast, you could hear it kind of like loop that it was a different part.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it was almost like they were like they made the sound and then were sampling it.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
And playing it.
It just the sound design in that was very, very, very cool. And here at Stream Studios, we play a lot with different sound design. I mean, we use samples from all kinds of stuff that we have. Turn them into all kinds of different things. So I have a reverence for very good sound design.
For
like
interesting sound design. It's very interesting because a lot of the sounds that they're using sound like sounds that you would hear out of a mine. So like those actually sounded like screeching mine carts. You know what I mean? Like it kind of sounded like a lot of the stuff, even when they were coming through his mouth, like you could hear the sound like going through the hall of like the open corridor, which is what it was supposed to be. Like it's very, very cool.
It's
with
like
some of that it has that feeling to it, the industrial kind of.
What kind of blows me away about these guys is how we've seen them in so many different lights. We've seen them do like just music,
Beautiful ballads.
like beautiful ballads.
Yeah.
We've seen them do
Mapa Tilaluha.
yeah, and then they do this, and then their solo stuff, and it's like, dude, for them, it's probably very hard to pick what they want to actually be because they can do all these things. That's one of the reasons I'm a music producer instead of like focusing solely on my own music, because I don't know what I want to do. I want to do all kinds of things. So for them to be able to do so many things and be so malleable, like it aids to whatever they want to do, but it must have been really tough to be like, okay, we are going to do.
We'd be good at everything.
Right.
So we have to now narrow it down to figure out what it is we actually want.
And they landed
to do.
on
Yeah. Well, and this is
Sewer pop.
and this is just hashtag sewer pop.
Yeah.
And this is just one. Like we have a lot more to go with this, but I'm super intrigued because this is still like throughout their entire career so far, they've continuously talked back against the haters, and that's again here again. Like even though they're getting some notoriety, there's still a lot of that out there.
Yeah.
You know, and the more conversations that we continue to have with industry players, let's say, of people that are in the music industry in different levels of management and stuff like that, specifically with P-pop, the more that we start really understanding some of that's going on, not just from the outside, but also from the inside of some of that's happening. So it's very interesting to discover some of that. But dude, crazy.
Di ko basta-basta makakakita ng gento. Di ko na kailangan lumunok ng bato, hindi malada na to. Aandar ang makina ko, tanging mekaniko. Ay ako, na ng moni-moni ko. Sa daming pinagdaanan, nagpatong ng istoriko. Soso mga chismoso, likat pumanik na rito.
That was cool.
Aminin ko pa manonde. Sa likod ng mga takong bagay, kayamanan kong hapdi palisto. Laging nalisto, kahit pa si Mephisto. Tignan pag nag-base mo,
Did you catch that?
Yeah, I did.
What the hell was that?
Just
Even Mephisto will fold when I go beast mode. That's funny as hell, man. Dude, what the hell? And like the when they turn the crane into like a little toy.
Yeah.
Like very cool. So cool. So
this is just fun.
do you know what this kind of reminds me of?
Look at dude's face.
It's great plates to stop. This feels somewhat like What to Me.
Yeah. Yep.
And what I mean by that is it's very segmented, but like it's very storied. Like what was each one of their stories, right? And a lot of this feels like when you think of like old mines, coal mining, things like that, you oftentimes think of extreme poverty for us here in the United States, especially like the biggest mining that I can think of is like the gold rush.
Yeah.
Right. And when everybody went out west and like people were just going poor, the book, The Grapes of Wrath, is like one of my favorite books of all time by John Steinbeck that talks about like people going out west and some of the obstacles that they found. But like you think a lot about that, like people trying to search, they're giving up everything for their pursuit of gold in this case, right? For the pursuit. So it's like you're taking on all the hardships. So you have that aspect, but then like they flip in and out of like kind of turning it on its head of like each one of those things is like maybe like the hate, like the dog like on the leash, like all of a sudden like they feel like they're caged, kind of like it's like they're like playing with it.
Yeah,
It's a really cool like play on that representation that I think they're kind of going through. So it feels very about like where it goes through each one of their stories. And this part, I don't know if this is what they're trying to get at here, but
I'm so like, usually I can see some stuff. I didn't see any of that.
Yeah.
I have no idea what, like I heard what you said, but like I'm like.
So in this though, so he's the only one that like was like taking a shower and was clean, and like here he's in white and coming out of like a clean room. Well, no, so Stell for a little bit, they kind of like broke up. They were like, they decided they weren't going to do it. Stell was the only person that stayed.
In the band?
Yeah, in the group. Like he was the only member that was left at one point, and he was like, no, and like basically convinced like everybody else to come back.
Oh.
So I'm wondering if this is supposed to be like you know, an homage to that, where like he's kind of the untainted one, like because he's the one who chose to stay, and like it's kind of like bring them back into the fold in somewhat.
Interesting.
Like it's just very, very interesting aesthetics here when you look at how dirty they are and how clean he is just walking out of the shower. You know, I don't know if that's what they're going for or not, but man, dude, this is awesome.
Dude's voice, that deep voice.
Oh,
just,
Philippe, dude, yeah.
Like, and because deep voices aren't around at all, really.
No.
People, I mean, we had 50 first. He kind of had a deeper tone voice, but his voice wasn't actually deep. If you try to rap his stuff, it's actually higher than most.
Yeah.
Then we had like Pop Smoke, who's dead, R.I.P. Pop Smoke, but his voice was really low, and it was very, very, very cool to listen to, and just to hear one is really awesome. It's like it's so warm, you just like want to keep listening to it.
And it's like you never expect it, no matter how many times you hear it either. Like when he came in, I was like, oh, dude, I always forget. Did you hear how like that entire part had like nothing in it besides percussions and shouts?
Yeah.
Like that was it.
There was
it was like
808.
But that's what. But
okay.
That's still. I don't consider that anything but like percussion, right? Because you're not really getting much tone from it. You're getting a little bit of tone, but like there's no chords, there's no lead. It was just poof, 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 and then the wah 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 wah.
If it's
Just
mixed
very, very
correctly,
cool.
that's
Very
all you
cool,
need
man.
sometimes. Yeah.
So cool. Ugh.
Halukain mo na parang gento. Huwag kang hihinto sa ordinaryo. Kahit pasige hanggang sa magdugo. Basta makakakita ng gento. Gento, 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 gento. Halukain mo na parang gento. Huwag kang hihinto sa ordinaryo. Kahit pasige hanggang sa magdugo. Basta makakakita nito.
I love how that's moving.
Yeah, the ha-ha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude.
Crazy.
I like to see, so they've been out for a while, but they're getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
So they're probably getting more and more money to do these things, and I'm just happy to see what they're doing with it. Like that was very fun. It looks like they don't take themselves too seriously. I'm sure they take their art seriously or whatever, but like the thing about not taking your own self so seriously that you're like the whole music video, you gotta be like, yeah. Like it's not. I feel like when they say stuff like I'm this and I'm that, it's like they mean it, but they don't mean it. You know what I mean?
I think that's where it's kind of like introspection, right? Of where you're looking at yourself and you know what you're worth, but at the same point in time, you're also aware enough to know where your weaknesses fall.
Right.
It's kind of like just allowing that to be part of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like, especially like it was unique seeing that in such what felt like a very serious video.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they clearly meant for that to be part of it, which leads me to believe that there's something really fun that's going to be coming for the rest of it.
Yeah.
So what I know about the series so far is that each one of them kind of represents a portion. And I think that for this one, in the trailer, it's like this magic seed that essentially that they go and like they try. It's like post-apocalyptic. There's nothing left, and there's just one seed left, and that's it. And so they're trying to come up with these different formulas to try to make the seed, and nothing works. And then finally they get frustrated, and one of the guys is bleeding. It like reminded me of Little Shop of Horror, because like he's bleeding and he pours his blood on it, and then all of a sudden it starts sprouting, almost like their blood, sweat, and tears. Like that's what went into it.
Okay.
And this huge tree, like this basically like tree of life, almost sprouts up out of the ground because of it. So you kind of have like the earthiness here, and I think they're supposed to be like the like it's their future. It's the future for what P-pop will be in the Philippines. It's them trying to also be like that support system for people to come. There's a lot of weight on their shoulders that is evident in all of the things that they do, because they are like the one right now.
The top of the top.
Yeah, they are the top of the top. And like I really think about it, like there are other groups out there that we've watched and we've listened to that have number, but like, nobody has come close to doing what they've done out of the Philippines yet.
That would be a lot of
You know?
weight.
It is a lot of weight, I feel like. The one thing that I noticed when we started it is it's finally like official. It said produced by Black Star Entertainment and 1Z. So Shobi T, which they originally started with, is no longer on their stuff anymore. So they must have fully transitioned over to a different.
It doesn't sound like they are holding them back from doing what they want to do.
So Black Star is John Pinto, which was the people that also Black Star oversaw P-Pop Con that we were going to go out there for. So it seems like they're pretty much allowing them to do and pointing them in the right direction. I don't know what 1Z is. I don't know if it's their own, like if it's just their own company, because they've self-produced like almost all their own stuff anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like a lot of times that's what the label provides you, right? The label provides you with the ecosystem, with the you and the me, right? The production, and gets you in and writes stuff for you and promotes you. And it seems like they do most of that themselves. So you don't really need the label for that.
Which gives you, because like if you can save, let's say a label is like, we'll give you $150,000 to get your album done.
Yeah.
And pay us back.
Yep.
And you're like, no, we only need like 20.
Then you get to keep the rest.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, not only do you get to keep, no, it's like we only need 20, so keep all that. But also we're going to do what we want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you don't owe your label a bunch of money, then you kind of have some more freedom.
You have more flexibility when you go to renegotiate your contract.
Right.
That's for sure, because you don't need to rely on them as much for whatever it is.
If you were to make an album and you were like, hey, Lucas, can I borrow $200,000? I'd be like, we're making a rock album then, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you were like, can I borrow $70? I'd be like, do whatever you want, man.
Yeah.
I don't even need it back, you know?
Yeah. Oh man. Wow. That's crazy. I'm so excited that like we got to do this today, because it just came out. And
today?
I think it came out midnight-ish, or it came out at noon Philippines time, which would have been, I think, 11 p.m. or midnight our time. It would have been really, really late. So I was waiting. But like sometimes we have to wait for like a week before we can get together.
What channel did it come out on?
It came out on YouTube.
Yeah, I know, but
they're on their channel, on the SB19 channel.
I'm subbed to too many channels.
Yeah.
So it must have just hit my phone and just.
Well, I'm glad that you didn't. I'm glad that you didn't see it, because
I went to watch it.
I was trying to stay away. I was like staying off of Twitter and everything too, because I was like, man, like this is like the first time that we've been able to actually like check something out by them.
Yeah,
a new comeback.
Yeah.
So very, very cool. I'm super excited about the resume. I'm super excited about Dallas. I think that we're trying to do and a pre-party and or a post-party.
Pre and or post?
Yeah. I think that there's a want to do more. So you got stay tuned, guys. If you're going to be at the Dallas show, or if you're going to even be around there, you don't have to necessarily be going to the show. If you're from the area or want to attend, maybe you don't have money to attend the show, but you want to travel a few hours and go to a party with some 18 and stuff like that, we'll probably have some details for you guys soon on that. And we're going to have some other stuff coming for them too. You're definitely going to want to stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
There's some cool stuff happening, for real.
Cooler than cool.
Cooler than cool. Ice cold.
Brad's on fire behind us. Just
Mephisto.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Please, please, please let us know your thoughts now that we're done with it. hit us with all your theories. Give us some stuff. I know there's going to be a lot of language stuff that we probably didn't understand that will be in there in terms of some like the symbolism and stuff. And I love that stuff. So hit me with all of that. I want to read it. If nobody told you that wait, we got to still like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow along with our journey. Check out our live stream Saturdays noon Central Time. And our brand new single, My Light, is out now, Spotify, Apple, and Amazon.
Chair
crying face.
Chair crying face.
Chair crying face. Because when you hit somebody with a chair, they cry.
Oh, I thought it was like sitting in the corner, just like Brad.
If nobody told you that they love you today, please do not forget that we love you. You're appreciated, always welcome here in this channel, and you are enough. And last but certainly not least,
it was a great day to play.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Goodbye.
Now